Hi everybody, it's Debbie here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm glad you can be here. I thought I would share with you 10 things that I learned very fast at the beginning of diamond painting that if I had have known ahead of time could have saved me a bit of money. I mean, let's face it, guys, we'd rather spend our money on our diamond paintings than we would on our mistakes. So these are 10 things that I learned by making mistakes at the beginning of my diamond painting journey. And I hope they will, if you're a very new beginner at diamond painting, I hope this will help you save some money. And if you're just thinking about getting a diamond painting, definitely watch this video through because this will help you a lot, I think. I really hope it does anyway. So the first thing that I'm going to recommend to you when you get your diamond painting, or the first thing that I learned, and I had to look this up because I couldn't figure it out. When you get your diamond painting, it's all folded up like this, and the paper is very tight. It's stuck in its form. Your drills will probably be in a packet inside the diamond painting. And I'm using this teeny tiny little 6x6 diamond painting just as a tool here. So yeah, this is a 20 by 20 centimeter, but it's 20 by 20 centimeters side to side, the outside of the canvas. So that's another thing too. Most of the time when you get a diamond painting, it'll give you your measurements. If you're going by size, it's not going to be the picture. It's not going to be the poured glue area on your canvas. It's going to be the size of your full canvas. This one is 20 by 20 centimeters from side to side, but it's only, grab my ruler here, from one side to the other, it's just a hair over 15 centimeters across. So this is actually just 6 by 6 inches. This little, which is perfect for what I want to use this for. So, but yeah, so let's get back to the first tip. Let's get this thing started. So the first thing that you're going to do is open this up, and it's going to be like this and really, really stiff. So what I recommend is taking the top paper and very carefully peeling it back halfway. Don't peel it back all the way, just peel it back halfway. And immediately you'll notice that, especially on a bigger canvas, this one's not very heavy, but on a larger canvas, immediately you'll notice that this will start to lay flat. And then you can just put this back and press it back down like this. And this works on a large canvas as well. So do that all four sides. That's what I do, and I find that this just helps a ton. My goodness, this one is really, the surface on this, it's really hard to peel this one back. But I haven't, my larger paintings weren't that hard. So just let it relax and then push the paper back over with your painting flat. That'll help your painting flatten out immensely. And while you're doing that, you can look for flaws in the glued surface as well. And you can look for places that maybe don't have any glue, or if there's anything wrong. So inspect your painting, release the paper so that your painting can relax, and let it stay flat. And then when you're going to store it, don't roll it back up again before you do your painting. As soon as you get it, let it lay flat. And then I just stack all my paintings together on a big shelf so that they will be flat when I go to get them and work on them. Okay, tip number 2. You're getting your diamond painting, you've unboxed it, you've laid this down and checked it out to make sure that it's good. You're going to check your drills. So you're going to, first of all, you're going to check to make sure you have the right number of colors. So down the side of your painting, there will be a drill chart. At least that's what I'm calling it. I'm sure there's probably a better name for it. On this one, it has a number in the first column. It has the symbol in the second column, and it just has a color number in the third column. So the number, the first column, is the number on your bag. So the bags are numbered. So you can just go through, you can check, this one's got 16 colors. And you can go through and check and make sure you've got at least 16 bags. Sometimes if there's more color of one certain drill, you'll have more than one bag of it. But make sure that you have at least your 16 so that you have all your colors. And then the second number, or the second one is the symbol. And the symbol is the symbol on here. So this is bag number 2 is this color. It matches the color of the little symbol on here. Let me put you down just a little bit closer so you can see. So bag number 2 matches the color that's on the symbol right here. You can see this color here and this color here. It matches it pretty close. And then the 371 in the third row is the DMC number. So the DMC number is this color. So that's the color. So the symbol will be different on each painting because it's for that painting. And the numbers on the bags will always just number 1 through whatever number of colors you have. And then the drill numbers, the DMC numbers, that's what will be different because that's the colors that you need for your painting. Let's find a letter here that's a light color that you can see. So say you want to do this symbol here, which is just a backslash. So you're going to go over here. You're going to find the backslash. It's in number 12. And it's going to be DMC number 3047. And this, if you don't have enough drills, this is the number that you're going to have to look for if you need to order them from someplace. But if you don't have all your drills when you check through, if there's a color missing, contact the company immediately. And a lot of times they will just send you out new drills. They'll send you out your missing drills so that you can complete your painting. Most of the companies are pretty good that way. So that's my tip number 2. Make sure you have all your drills. It's much better to know if you don't have them before you start than it is to be almost finished and not have enough to complete, because that's just really frustrating. So tip number 3 is going to be about kitting up your drills. Kitting up is just getting them ready to do a painting. So a lot of people are buying, and I did too, these containers that have these little containers inside them. Now this is smaller. It's about the same height and the same width as a Tic Tac bottle, but it's smaller this way. So this is smaller than a Tic Tac bottle. And I used this once, and then I found a cheaper, better way to do it, for me anyway, because once you're done a painting, you have to restart. So you have to renumber, take all these little labels off or go over these labels, and you have to renumber these every single time. Now that to me was a waste of money. Now these, I got 2 of these and they were like $19.99 or something like that. I'm going to use that for a different kind of bead storage. So that is, I'm not going to put that won't go to waste. I'll use it. But Okay, here is the way that I figured out to kit up for a new painting. Shop at Dollarama. And this package of baggies, now these are a large size, so this isn't what you would use for kitting up, but these have to measure them in the store. 3 by 4 inches is about the smallest that I found that works for this. The little ones that come in the kits sometimes don't work for this. So yeah, this is 3 by 4 inches, this baggie. So this is the smallest size that works for the way I do it, and I'm going to show you how I do it. First off, I open my baggie. I grab my number. This is the one that they come in. I use my scissors and cut across between the two baggies on the perforated line. Now I am going to open the baggie of drills that came with my painting. I'm going to slice right across the top. I'm going to insert the baggie into the other ziploc baggie, the one that I got from Dollarama. You can get these at any dollar store. You can buy little baggies like this at Walmart. They're dirt cheap, guys, dirt cheap. So I think there were, I can't even remember how many were in this package. So there's 36 in here, but the smaller the baggie, the more baggies you get for the same price. So $1.25, and I think I got like 50 of this size. So don't spend $20 on a plastic case that's going to be awkward to use when you can just drop this in here. Now, how do I mark it and keep track of it? I don't have to. I left all the information in there, and it shows through. So this is, and here's my painting again. This is number 2, and it is number 371. That's on here. And this number is the number at the top here. That's the number of your item. That's your number of your diamond painting. So they're going to come out. Of course they're going to come out. They're going to come out of that little baggie. But they fall down to the bottom, and you can still see that little baggie. Now all I do is I'm going to dump all of these into their own little baggies, and I'm going to put them in order in a little, just a little plastic tray, an empty tea box, anything like that that you've got on hand, and then you sit it on your desk or your tabletop, and you've got all your numbers and everything's right there. You just open them up, dump them in your tray, and put them back in the bag when you're done, each one. That's how easy it is for me to kit up. I've got no numbering to print out. I've got no numbering to write down. I don't have to empty things back and forth from containers. I'm done. I'm kitted up. It takes me about 5 minutes, and I'm done. And that can't get any easier than that, guys. So I'm all about finding the easiest way to do something. Tip number 4 is going to be staticky drills. Now these ones don't look staticky at all. They're rolling around inside the baggie quite well by themselves. But staticky drills are terrible. And what happens with staticky drills is you go to pour them out. These ones aren't, see, they're rolling around the bottom. But staticky drills will fly back up. They'll stick to the outside of your bag. They'll stick to your fingers. They stick to everything. They're horrible to work with. So and you can't dump them back out and put them back in here either. See how easy that was? But to keep them from getting staticky, I'm going to take an ordinary dryer sheet. You don't need much of this. I'm going to cut a teeny tiny little piece, just a little snippet of that. I'm going to drop it into the bag like that. And that's going to prevent these from getting staticky, from just rubbing back and forth in the baggie. So that is tip number 4 for no staticky drill. So tip number 5 is right here in my hand. So this is the drill boat. that normally comes with the kits. It'll be this or one that's almost exactly the same size, but this part here will be cut out to dump. This one isn't even cut out so that you have to tip it right up to dump out. But these, I don't like these drill boats. Now, mind you, you don't need to have a larger drill boat, but I ordered a larger drill boat, just one. So this one here, I go to shake it out. The size of this, for me to get much more than that many drills in here, I have to shake harder to get them to lay flat, and they actually scoot out and they're all over my tabletop. So, and I can put very few drills in here, so I have to keep reloading my drill tray. This one, I can dump a ton in here. I can shake this quite good because look at the difference. Look at the difference in the size of the sides. These sides go straight up. These ones are sloped. That's terrible. Why they sloped them so that the drills could escape is beyond me. But look at how easy. I just shook that a little wee bit and all those drills are lined up. And I can put so many more drills in here. This is a little bonus tip. If you drop your drills on the tabletop, just use your finger to pick them up. And yeah, it's very easy to just dab them up with your finger. So yeah, a larger drill boat makes your life so much, look at those sparkle. It makes your life so much easier. And you can work for a lot longer. Imagine, I'd have to fill this up at least 4 times to one of these to be able to use it. So yeah, get yourself a larger drill tray. So there's all kinds of ways. You can go on Amazon and find them. A lot of Etsy shops will make drill trays, fancy colors and different materials. This is just a plastic one. I got it in a kit. So that's what I did. When I got my first diamond painting, so here's a real faux pas. I got my first diamond painting and didn't realize that it would come with all the stuff that I needed to paint with. So I thought it was just going to come with the painting and I should have read better, but I thought it was going to come with just the painting and the drills. So I ordered a kit. My kit cost me $20. But I got this drill tray. I'll link that down below if you're interested. I got this drill tray. I got another one that's smaller than this. I got, what did I get in it? I got this pen right here. I got some green trays, which I don't like. I got some multi-placers, a lot of those pink drill pens with the multi-placers, and I got some wax. So I got the extra boats, the placers, the wax, and it all came in, let me see, it all came in this ziploc. So there's all kinds of tons of stuff in here, but it all came in this nice little zippered nylon pouch. So that it was, all in all, it was pretty cheap, but all you really need is, because you get a placer with every kit, all you really need is a larger boat. So look for something cheaper if you're trying to save money. So tip number 6, you need a light board. Sorry, I just need to take a sip. My throat's getting dry. But I have astigmatism, so I wear glasses. Plus, my eyes have gotten worse as I've gotten older. And there's all kinds of different light boards out there. Mine was $24.99. It is, where did I put my ruler? It is 8.5 inches by 12 inches, just the light surface, not the side I didn't measure. And it just turns on by tapping like this, and it has 3 light settings, and then off. Now, I have got to tell you that it is so much easier. Get you down here close enough. So when you're working on this, especially if you're older, and I know a lot of older people like to do this because it's so common and relaxing, and it fills in some time. And let's face it, some of us have got a lot of time. And it's hard to look at this for very long. Now this, I've got to say, the symbols on this are really, really clear. But if I was to stare at this one, and some of them I couldn't even see. Like, some of the symbols are so tiny that it's really, really hard to see. And even on this one, there is an ampersand and a percentage sign here. The percentage sign right here is really, really easy. It's really, really hard to see. Let me see if I can get you up here. See? So you can see it better on the camera than you can with the naked eye. It's way easier to see on the camera. But if I put my light board on, it just lights everything up from behind. Look at these ones in here, especially these dark colors and those little percents. Those little percents right down there, you can hardly see them and how much they light up now. So you get yourself a light board. I mean, you're just going to have to take my word for it. I worked on my first painting for approximately 2 hours before I caved, ordered a light board, and waited for it to come before I finished it, before I went back to work on it again. I've got one over here that I've just sealed that's drying. I am going to lift this up and show you. So I just did this one, this little one, and look at how dark all the colors are in this. I would never have been able to do that without a light board. Not without a light board. Just, it would have been impossible. So you need a light board. I'll link the one that I have down below. But yeah, just go in your price range. Amazon is a great place. That's where I got mine. But there's other places that you can get them. You can get them from Zulily. You can get them from different craft supply stores. Yeah. It's easy to find a light board. So that's tip number 6. You need a light board. So number 7, use multiple placer pens, placers or pens. You can call them either placers or pens. This is an old pen that ran out of ink, but it had this grippy on here that made it easy to hang on to. So I just took one of my pink placers, pulled the tip out, and used some crazy glue and glued it in this pen to make myself another placer. This is the pen that came with my kit, and this is just another pen that was big around, ran out of ink, and it's easy to hang on to. So go ahead and use those pink placers if you want to. I mean, they're great for all kinds of people, and they do come with those little rubber grippers that can slide onto them, so that makes them a little bit better. But I made myself 3 pens that are all comfortable to use. So when I start, I'm going to take my wax, push my pen down in there. I'm going to fill this one up. I'm going to fill this one up. You can do this with the pink placers. And I'm going to fill this one up. Now, I love diamond painting for its therapeutic qualities. Yeah, I love it because it's something when I need to relax, that's when I sit down at the table and start doing this. My mind zones out. I don't think about anything. I barely have to concentrate because I'm doing round drills, and round drills are so darn easy. So I've got 3 pens on the go. I've got a big boat. I can go for a good hour or more, and I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to stop to fill my pens, because if one just gets to the point where I can't pick the drills up anymore, I just move it to the side and grab the next one. It's all here ready. So that's my number 7 tip. Use multiple pens or placers. It just have them ready. Set your work area up. Have them ready. Have your large boat full of drills. Have your pens ready to go, all filled with the wax. And yeah, and you don't have to fill your pens with wax every time you put a drill down. You just fill it, and it goes for a long, long time. There you go. So that's my tip number 7. Use multiple placers to save time, and so that it doesn't screw up your meditation and you don't have to stop and replace the wax. Tip number 8. So you're done a painting, and when you're finished, it's wintertime. You've been wearing a sweater. See, I got a long sleeve sweater on. You go like this. You're going back and forth across, so your arm is hitting on the side of your painting as you're drilling across. And there's that little overpour. The sticky part just comes out 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch past the drill area on your canvas. And when you're done, that's covered with lint off your sweater, with dust, with pet hair. I mean, let's get real. With pet hair, with all kinds of stuff, because that wasn't covered. So I just grab I have a roll of Scotch tape sitting on my desk. So I'm going to show you. I pull back when I go to start. I pull back here like this. And I take my Scotch tape. I only need a little piece because this is just a small painting. And I'm going to take my Scotch tape and I'm going to put it right at that line. Make sure you don't go over into your drill area or there. So now there's no overpour. There's nothing. It doesn't start to get sticky until the painting. So that'll keep your painting from getting all covered with debris. Yeah, especially if you have pets. I had cat hair, honestly, in my first one before I started to cover it up. So you don't have to use your Scotch tape. That's just sitting here because I had it out for something else. You can use washi tape. Use up some of your washi tapes, guys. For us people that like to collect our washi tapes, we're hoarding them. Why not use them? You can use that. The dollar store carries painter's tape. Just that green painter's tape, and they carry wide rolls, but they carry fairly narrow little rolls as well, 1 inch. You can use that. The only thing that I would warn against is don't cover up your symbols on the side here, because then you won't know what you're doing. So if you go over this, make sure you take a little X-Acto knife or something, or just peel the tape back so that this is uncovered so that you can see it. And even on this little tiny 6-inch painting, I have 2, 1 on each side. So that's incredible, guys. So tape the edge of your paint. Buy the cheapest tape that you can get, the most tape for the cheapest amount of money if you don't already have a bunch of washi and stuff on hand. And do that. Cover that up. Stop the mess before it happens. And number 9. Okay, so you've got your painting, you've done all the stuff, you've finished your painting, and you've got all these extra drills, because 99% of the time we have extra drills. We're not short, but we have extras. Where are you going to store all those extra drills if you're going to keep them? Some people don't keep them. So, yeah, but I'm a crafter, and these are beads. In my mind, teeny tiny little beads. I have a lot of pill bottles, and I have these pill bottles right here. And they usually have like this on the top. They usually have this on the top. And mine look like this. So this is DMC number 223. And these are the leftover drills from it. Now, number 310 is black. And number 310 is what I end up with the most overflow of drills from. I have a ton. Just in a couple months, I have a ton of 310 drills. And I also have a pill bottle that's this big. So I'm going to store my overflow in pill bottles. So those colors, because I tend to gravitate towards paintings that are specific colors, I'll probably have drills where I have multiple DMC numbers that are the same from painting to painting, because that's what I like. And so I have a big piece of dryer sheet in here. But so I will use the big bottles to store the ones that I'm going to have a lot of. And then these ones where I just have a little bit once in a while can all go in here. But I have ideas to use my extra drills. Besides the fact that it's nice to have extra drills, because sometimes if you're short, you've got the drills there and you can use them. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just taking a paring knife and my bottle, and I'm just doing this. I'm just scratching this plastic. This is just heat printed plastic that's on the top of these bottles. So that's all I do, is I scratch that off until I've got most of it off. I just take a fine sandpaper, rub it down so that I keep a rag here to wipe that off. But yeah, and then I just write the number of my drills on the top with a Sharpie, and I'm set to go. These, I got a bunch out on my tabletop here from what I'm working on, but these are going to sit in a tray with all the numbers on the top showing. I'm not going to have to dig through baggies. I'm not going to have to do any of that. Now, there's no way in the world that I'm ever going to be able to collect enough pill bottles to do all the drills that I need. But I found a place on Amazon where you can get something like 300 pill bottles. Also, most of us have a friend or somebody that has to take a lot of scripts. Ask them if they'll save their bottles for you. It's a zero cost way to reuse something. So we buy it, we reuse it, and then we recycle it. So reuse and recycle. If you can always get a second use out of something, that's better even than recycling. So yeah, so that is my number 9 tip. Find cheap, cost-effective storage for your drills. My solution is the pill bottles. And number 10 isn't really a tip. It's just it's just my thoughts on round versus square drills, large or small paintings, and where to order from. So you go to choose your first painting, or you've gotten a little cheap one off of Amazon and found out that you love to diamond paint and you're going to stick with it. So first off, round versus square drills. I love them both. I love round drills for their ease of use, because you just pick a drill, plop it down, pick a drill, plop it down, and you're just going like this. And you just have to line them up on your little symbols, and round drills are really, really easy. So I recommend round drills for kids that want to get into diamond paintings. There's tons of teeny tiny little diamond paintings that you can find. You can find small ones all over the place. And lots of sites actually have a kids section. So I recommend round drills for beginners and for kids, basically, or for people that just want to have a hobby that fills time and is very, very relaxing. So square drills. Square drills fill up the area and they butt up next to each other. So when you're placing a square drill, you've got it on your pen. You have to turn the square drill when you're placing it down so that they all line up in a straight row. It only takes a split second more, but it takes a bit more concentration. You have to just be a little bit more careful. So it takes longer to do a painting, but the painting has more definition because all the space is filled in. I'm just going to grab this other little one that is, so see this, my glue isn't dry yet. I just sealed this. So see the spaces in between the drills? They're touching each other. The drills are touching each other, but they're round. So there's always that little kind of diamond-shaped piece in between 4 drills that is canvas. So that's the difference between the square drills and the round drills. It's just ease of use, and the finished product on square drills is more defined picture. And the other decision that you'll have to make is whether you're going to do a large painting or a small painting. Small, I do all sizes. These are 6 by 6 inches. Like I said, I call these little snippets because I can do one in a day. Now, the larger your painting, the more definition your painting is going to have. So for instance, this painting, let me turn it around so that you can actually see it. This painting, it's going to be hard to see, is actually like a globe with a rose in the center and 2 small dragons around here. So there's 2 small dragons. This back piece is their wings, their body's down here, and then they have these wings. Well, it's not very well defined because how defined can you get something that has pixels? Because each diamond is a pixel. Each drill is a pixel in a picture. And so how much definition can you get in 6 by 6 inches when your pixels are this large? I know it's not great, but if you have a great big, let's not go huge. Let's go 50 by 60 centimeters. Or I do a lot of 12 by 16 pictures, which is just a nice little medium size. They work out good. So 30 by 40 centimeters. And they have decent definition, but not the best. So the larger the painting, the more definition your picture is going to have when it's completed. So that should make sense. And the other part of this is, where do you order from? Go ahead and order from Amazon when you first start and get some cheap ones delivered. Make sure you like it before you order from one of the better known companies. So the 2 companies that I know for sure are good is, in the States, you can order from the Diamond Art Club, and they have really good quality paintings. I've seen people do unboxings over and over again from there, and they have really good quality drills, really good quality canvases, and their pictures are great. And I ordered a whole bunch from diamondart.ca, which is a Canadian company, and theirs are really great. The quality from them is really great. Now, they cost more money, but is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it, because those are the pieces that I want to either give as gifts or put up on my wall as art. If I plan on mounting something on a canvas, on a stretched canvas, or framing something, I want it to be from one of the larger companies, or one of the better known companies that have good quality paintings. A lot of times when you order off of Amazon, you're not really knowing where it's coming from. And sometimes the artwork isn't licensed. So artists put a lot of time and effort, and they put their creativity and their they just put their heart and soul into their artwork. And then somebody steals that artwork and makes a cheap diamond painting out of it and sells it to you cheap. It's not licensed. The artist isn't getting any money from that. So try to find companies where you know that the artwork is licensed. And that's why you'll usually pay more money for it. So for me, paying more money is well worth it. But yeah, my larger paintings are all from mostly from diamondart.ca, and I have one coming from Diamond Art Club. So yeah, but ordering from the States and paying shipping, yeah, your cost is sometimes prohibitive for some people, and you just can't do that. So go ahead and order from Amazon. Just know that if you do that, it may not be licensed artwork. That's just my personal opinion. But I think that's pretty much it. In 3 months, I've made a lot of mistakes. So some of these things that I've shared with you today are because I had to go online and find answers to some of my own questions, and I couldn't find answers to all those questions in one spot. So I hope this helps, and I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I know it's long and it's chatty. I hope you had a cup of tea or coffee or whatever it is, and just enjoyed the visit. So bye-bye for now, everybody. If you haven't subscribed yet, go do that now, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay safe out there, everybody. Love you guys.